Welcome to On This Day, where we look back at the moments that made history, one day at a time. From major world events to the weird and unexpected, every date has a story. So, what happened on 30th of July? Let's find out. July 30th is one of those dates that brings together big turning points and surprising moments. From global conflicts and royal shakeups to scientific breakthroughs and pop culture delights. It's a snapshot of how rich and varied history can be on just one calendar day. We kick things off in 762, when the city of Baghdad was founded by the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur. Laid out in a perfect circle, this new capital would go on to become a center of culture, science, and learning for centuries. Jumping ahead to the 16th century, in 1619, the first representative assembly in American history convened in Jamestown, Virginia. That gathering planted the seeds for democratic traditions that would later spread across the continent. Fast forward to 1834, when Britain's Slavery Abolition Act came into effect, freeing thousands across the empire, a landmark moment in the fight for human rights. In 1858, Tennessee became the final state to be completely wired into America's telegraph network. Suddenly, the nation could communicate coast to coast in near real time. By 1863, during the American Civil War, Confederate cavalry led by General John Hunt Morgan burst into Indiana and Ohio, marking one of the few times Southern troops invaded northern states. Now, science fans, here's one for you. In 1900, explorer Robert Peary claimed to have reached the North Pole. While later controversy clouded his claim, it sparked imagination and future polar adventures. In 1908, something with lasting impact popped up. Leo Baekeland unveiled Bakelite, the first fully synthetic plastic. That revolutionary stuff would go on to change manufacturing forever. Skipping to 1923, the first ever Royal Air Force aircraft carrier, the HMS Argus, was launched, ushering in a new era of naval aviation and ship design. By 1945, World War II was winding down. On July 30th, the USS Indianapolis departed Guam with parts for the Hiroshima bomb, a mission whose aftermath became one of the Navy's darkest stories. Just a couple of years later, in 1948, India took a huge constitutional step, abolishing the princely order and fully integrating its former kingdoms into a democratic republic. Moving into the mid-20th century, in 1965, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Social Security Amendments, creating Medicare and Medicaid, changing healthcare access for millions of Americans. Love discovering what happened on this day in history? Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. As we enter more modern decades, in 1974, a Frenchwoman named Valérie André made history as France's first female helicopter pilot to rescue soldiers in combat during Vietnam, trailblazing in both gender and field. In 1994, Nelson Mandela and South Africa signed a ceasefire agreement in Boipatong, bringing one of the final acts to the long struggle against apartheid and paving the path to democracy. Then in 2003, the World Health Organization shut down the last official global polio outbreak in the Americas, a massive public health triumph. In 2014, Hollywood made waves when Walt Disney's Big Hero 6 premiered. It would go on to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature the next year. Closing on a personal scale, in 2020, archaeologists in Egypt unveiled a fully intact 3,000-year-old tomb near Luxor, providing a fresh window into ancient Egypt's magnificent past. That's what happened on 30th of July throughout history. Made it this far? Drop your favorite historical fact in the comments. Learned something new? Hit subscribe and come back tomorrow. You never know what the past has in store.